Yo, what's going on, fellas? Doe Bros, we back. Sorry for the last video. We had like a whole video recorded and just got corrupted. It be happening sometimes, like it just won't upload onto like YouTube and stuff like that. So, things happen, but we're back again.
Sometimes you take L's.
We're back again. Got more to talk about. Big week, a lot of NFL, a lot of NBA starting up. You know what I mean? But we just getting started. Who are we talking about first? Your team or my team? Like honestly, like, cause those are like the biggest combos that we have right now. Or just like both of our teams just kind of embarrassing in both ways, to be honest. In different ways. But I don't know. I guess I had the Bears first.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should start with the Bears just because we fired Waldron today.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it is a scapegoat thing, but it is also he was not doing the right things at all.
He wasn't good.
But I also don't like firing the OC in the halfway through the year when it's like we don't really have that bad of a record, and you still have a rookie quarterback. And we've done this several times with our rookie quarterbacks.
Right.
Why are we just giving up halfway through? Like, what's your plan? It doesn't seem like there's a plan. And
the same.
It's still the offensive line, and then we blame the offensive coach and the head coach, and then the same offensive line coach has been there for like 5 years. But what's been the biggest issue the whole time? The offensive line. Okay, so we'll just find scapegoats and not correct the problem, and hopefully it can turn around, but we'll see. I mean, now we don't have anybody to call on offense, so whatever.
It's the same cycle too. That's like what's bad. You know, everyone's seen the thing where it's like, you had Trubisky and then you fired the coordinator, then you got a second coordinator in the second year, and then it just like now he's getting used to that, and it just causes struggle. Same thing happened with Fields, and now the same thing's happening with Caleb.
They're just tossing blame around
like,
all the time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who it is. It's the quarterback.
Right.
It's the coach. It's this. It's that. You know what I mean? Like, it's never the offensive line. That's literally the problem. I don't get it.
Eventually.
It's so obvious when you watch the game.
Yeah,
it's like
the offensive line's bad.
If the offensive line held up for, let's say, 2 out of every 3 plays, we would be fine, but they're not even holding up for 1 out of every 3 plays.
Right.
And it's always third down specifically, or like 3rd and 12, which we shouldn't even be in the first place.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
I think eventually it does come down to the organization. Like eventually you gotta look at ownership. Like I'm not saying like who's it, Ryan Poles or whatever. Like I'm not saying he's like I'm not saying he's a bad GM. And I'm not saying the owners are bad necessarily, but eventually you kind of gotta look at that, because it's like we're doing the same thing over and over. We're not getting any results. Like obviously there's been a looming problem here with the offensive line for years now, and we've done nothing to fix it. And you've had so much time to get competent tackles. There's been so many drafts that have passed from Mitchell Trubisky to now to where you could have gotten all these tackles that have coming out lately, like Penny Sewell and all these dudes. Like there's so many guys that are coming out where you literally could have.
We did get Darnell Wright last year.
Right.
He's good, but we've had so many injuries.
You need multiple linemen though.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about linemen. It's like you just can't have like one good tackle. Like
we've been getting offensive linemen, but it's like we're not getting the right ones. But as soon as they leave,
they're good.
They're good. They've been some of the best guards and tackles in the NFL.
I feel like that's Bears in general though. Like
I think it's the offensive line coach. I really do.
It probably is the offensive line coach, but I feel like that's like a Bears thing though. Like we've talked about it on the side where it's like it seems like the Bears players when they're in Chicago aren't utilized in the proper way or aren't schemed correctly, or the play, whatever it is, they're not getting their full potential there. And then when they leave, they do great things. Like you see what David Montgomery's doing in Detroit Lions. You see what Darnell Mooney is doing on the first year on the Falcons, and this dude's like insane. Like he's on pace for over 1,000 yards, 8 or 9 touchdowns. Like he's having a career year, first year. Like this isn't like, oh, it's been like a couple years, he's gotten better. It's like No, he's like fresh off the Chicago Jet and he's doing better. A lot of those O linemen that left and things like that. Justin Fields was looking. I mean, he wasn't looking bad on the Bears in my opinion, but like, you know what I'm saying, y'all shipped him out and then he was able to keep the Steelers afloat. And, you know, there was an argument there. Like, people were like, maybe we should start him over Russ, like, to continue. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, he was doing good. So it's like, eventually, it's like, you have to look at just the people you're bringing in at coaching, the people you're bringing in to, like, scheme these players, because clearly players aren't getting used to their full potential, no matter what position it is. And that's bad, you know, because you can get all the talent in the world, but if you're not utilizing them to their strengths, then it, like, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, Waldron, I mean, obviously it wasn't amazing. I didn't love the scheme. I didn't really love the hire at the time either. I know you were kind of excited about it, but I wasn't really that hype. But even when Caleb has had time, like, he has been not great. Like, when he has had time, like, he does, you know, I've been saying this, but he does lead the league in off-target throws. He's, you know, late on reads a lot of the times. They pull the tape where it's like he has a read to hit.
He's making it harder on himself. And
he holds the ball on too long and then tries to throw it when it's not really open anymore. Timing's off, rhythm's off, his feet aren't, you know, set up to throw when it needs to be, and things like that. So it's like, even with the times when there is good blocking, it seems like he still isn't being elite with that time, you know? And it's like, there's other quarterbacks that are under pressure a lot that are still making some things happen where you're like, okay, I can still see some stuff going on here. But I just feel like with him, it's like nothing's going on. And then what I talked about, where it's like, it seems like once you get Caleb past like the second quarter and nothing's happened yet, he just kind of starts pouting and then the game's over. Like, you know what I mean? Which is also a bad look.
Yeah.
It's just like,
especially when we were always known as like a second half team too.
Right. It's like, you know, the second half team, you have the defense, you have players, but like, you know, so many videos have come out of, you know, Caleb in the second half after like a bad sack or something like that, which I get it. It's frustrating. It hasn't been a great year. You haven't been able to run around like USC, but it's like so many videos are coming out of like, you know, he's on the ground and he's doing this, or he's on the sideline and he's moping, and, you know, or he's, you know, just doing all these like antics, and he's, you know, kicking his feet and it's like throwing a tantrum, like, you know, little hissy fits and stuff like that. And it's just like, you know, it's just not a good look, especially when you're not, I wouldn't say he's the reason why you're losing, but he's not the reason why, like,
he's not getting us into the game
either. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I wouldn't say Caleb is the reason the Bears are bad, but I also wouldn't be like, he's also not the reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but the thing is, we did that with, not we.
Right.
But they did that with Fields.
Right.
So, like, do we really need to give him excuses? Because
I'm not.
It's even better.
Right. It's like,
it's even better than it was.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna act like it isn't.
Exactly. That's the other thing too. It's like, we can sit here and be like that. Where it's like, ooh, like, this and that. But it's like, okay, but he was also, before this season started, everyone was like, Caleb Williams, generational prospect. Like, they were saying crazy stuff like, he's better than Stroud, he's better than like anything we've ever seen. Like, whoever
they consistently said Mahomes.
Right. It was like it's either Mahomes or this guy. Everyone else is like beneath him. So it's like, you already have this like crazy pedestal that they're putting him on, and then like, you come into a situation where it's like, this isn't like a Carolina Panthers situation. This isn't a, you know, rock bottom where it's like, you have no players. The coaches are bad. This has been like an awful franchise for a while, whatever. Like, you're going into this situation where it's like, okay, they have all this stuff. They have Swift. They did it like a crazy offseason. You know, they're saying this is the best situation for a rookie. Like, he should come right in. All you have to do is just drive the car. You don't have to do anything crazy. And you're struggling. And like, now we're like, oh but. It's like, no buts. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not. Like, at the end of the day, when I'm looking at Caleb Williams, he's not playing good. Like, that's just the end of it. Like, nothing he's done so far has impressed me. Other than, like, the couple weeks when y'all were playing, like, the ass teams, when y'all were, like, you know what I'm saying, he was, like, slinging it. And he had some good throws in there. Like, I'm not saying Caleb's complete dust. But right now, he's not doing a good enough job when he has time, and when stuff is on time, he's not hitting it. He's off target. He's off.
I saw some one of the sports talk shows this morning. I saw him talking about them firing Waldron or whatever, and they were saying that they were talking about the Broncos too, and talking about how they have a rookie quarterback and they're throwing a bunch of like super complicated pass plays at him and like getting him overwhelmed so that when he needs it later down the line, he'll be more comfortable with it. Mm-hmm. And here they were like comparing that to the Bears, like they were doing that at the Bears too, and it just wasn't working at all, and it seemed like he wasn't getting it, whatever.
Right.
But that's my thing too, is like, okay, so if we're gonna be doing that, then why are we firing him?
Right. Yeah.
I don't understand just firing him in general, but
it's like
I'm really like sick of it.
I understand it from like an NFL, like, cause like, okay, here's the thing, like coming out of that New England game, you didn't score a touchdown against New England. They're one of the worst teams.
But they have one of the best defenses.
They do, but like pretty much every other team has at least been able to score.
Yeah.
Like even the Jets like scored a couple, and they don't score. Like they score, right? Like teams can score against this team, right? Mm-hmm. If you put anything that's decent on the table, you can score.
Yeah. And we got some turnovers.
Right. Especially when New England's on the road. They don't play as good. They play good in New England. On the road, they suck.
And we were on a game win streak.
So it's like, okay,
longest active in NFL.
This is the time, right? Like, this was a smash spot for like, okay, Chicago's had a couple rough games. They played some teams that were on the rise, that were, hungry, whatever, had some rough ones. This was like, let's get back on track before we have to play the back half of the schedule that's like all our division and like juggernauts. Let's get a shake bad game here. And then it was just like, you just completely wet the bed. Like someone has to like get blamed for it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, unfortunately or fortunately, how we view it, it had to be Waldron. Because it was either going to be him or you. Like someone after that game, you put up 3 points against New England at home, like someone's losing it. Like someone has to get the boot. It's just how it is. Like especially on the skid that y'all been to, then it's like, okay, New England, let's shake back, let's get a good game plan, and we didn't get anything, no energy, no juice. Like someone's losing the job. Yeah. But like again, it's like you kind of wanted to stick with it because you're like, okay, Waldron, like you don't want to go into the same issue, but again, I don't know. I don't think Caleb Williams was helping out his OC, and I don't think the OC was helping out Caleb Williams. I think it was just a whole thing there. But I don't know, because you look at some of the plays, and some of the plays don't look hard. Like that one that we were talking about versus the Cardinals, where it was like you have Keenan and Odunze on the same level. Odunze goes up, Keenan stays short. Yeah. There's a corner right here, and there's obviously a safety over the top. If the corner bites on Keenan, you throw to Odunze. If the fucking corner goes to Odunze, you throw to Keenan. It's like a simple concept. Like any quarterback knows what read to make there. And then Caleb Hutt, okay, he sees the fucking dude go back with Odunze, so now he's double covered, and then he still throws it, and the throw wasn't even nowhere near. When you have an open dude right here, like even the simple, so it's like, what offense do you need to run? Like what offense do you run then? You know what I'm saying? If you can't hit that concept, what is the scheme then? Like, who do you bring in? Like, what, now you're going to run a more complex thing than that? Like, if we can't do the elementary, like, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, the New England game, there was, like, an out route to, like, DJ Moore or whatever, where it was, like, kind of like a pick or whatever. And it was open, but he didn't throw it yet. And then when he did throw it, the DB already crashed on it and the ball was like in the dirt. It's like, what? It's like, but then it's like, you can't do that right there and then be like, oh, well, like the line did block. It's like, no, the blocking was fine there. And the play was fine. The play was right there and you didn't hit it. You took too long. You held onto the ball too long. Like, I don't know.
Not making the most of the opportunities.
Right. It's like, Caleb, if you're this generational guy and you're supposed to be all that, and you see the state of this team where it's like, okay, line's bad, all this shit. The couple times where things do go right, where it's like, okay, they're actually giving me some time. I actually got some blocking. Like, the shit needs to be on point. Yeah. You can't get the time finally and then throw a ball in the dirt and then be like, oh, well, like.
No, you gotta shine.
Right.
You gotta get it up
the couple moments you have, you gotta put something on tape. And right now you ain't putting nothing on tape. That was embarrassing though. Bears I mean, I don't get what's happening, and it's only getting harder. We talked about that where it's like, this was the easy part of the schedule. This was the part of the schedule where it's like, okay, there's a couple tough teams in there. Played like Texans, played San Cardinal, whatever. Like there were some tough teams in there, but then there was like Carolina. You had the little stretch where it was like some shit teams. New England. It's like there was a chance on this stretch to go 6-2, whatever, come out of this really good, then hit the back half. But now you fucked up the first half, 4-5, shitty, games you should have probably won. Commanders, fucking New England, definitely should have won these games, right? Would have been in a better spot. Then now you're 4-5. You have to play Detroit twice, Packers twice, Vikings twice, Niners with McCaffrey, Seahawks with DK. It's bro, that y'all could literally go from 4-2 to 4-13 easily if you don't figure out what's going on. Yeah. Easily. Based on that Patriots performance, I don't see who y'all can beat. If that's how you're gonna come out every week, if that's what the product is gonna be every week, there's no way you win a game against that back half schedule. There's no way. No way. Even
it all started with the Hail Mary.
Right. The Hail Mary broke them. God damn. Even after the Cardinals game, Caleb Williams was like, yeah, I don't think we still really recovered from that. Bro, you gotta move on, bro. It's the NFL. You know what I'm saying? It's I get it's a tough week, but you can't be still dwelling on 2 weeks ago, bro. Come on, bro. We gotta lock in. There's no way. There's no way. I don't know. That Bears, oh my god, dude. The draft, who do you draft has to be all tackles, bro. Yeah. All tackle, all guard, all Nebraska,
Iowa,
Notre Dame. I don't even want to see a mock draft that has a wide receiver, running back, tight end. I don't want to see none of that shit. It needs to be all guards, all tackles till round 5, straight up. If y'all don't get linemen in this draft, bro, honestly, you might want to switch teams, bro. If you don't get it this year, this is okay.
We should have just gotten all. We should have just gotten all I was fucking
right,
saying.
Bro. That's the thing too. Bro, Joel, all these dudes that have come out recently, we didn't get anything. We didn't get none of these tackles. We got one tackle in this whole since what was Trubisky 2017.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro.
We're taking scraps off free agents.
Right, getting these old guards that used to play for whoever, Baltimore back in wherever, and it's you could still block. Not really. Clearly, you know what I mean? And yeah, dude. Offensive line coach, you don't know what's going on.
We did have the 7 offensive linemen out this week, which it's not an
issue.
Excuse, but it is
it's
something that you can't really.
It's there.
You can't really do anything about training squad,
right?
Tackles and guards and center.
It's bad.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it didn't look good when you had the opportunity.
But I remember last year, and not to shed light on my team because I'm about to get on my team in a second. I don't think that the Texans are safe.
No, they're definitely not safe.
I'm about to fire them. But last year, I remember in the beginning when the Texans remember when our whole offensive line was cooked in the beginning or whatever. We had none of our offensive linemen and Stroud was still making shit happen and got O'Roy. So it's yes, I do get that there was no line, but again, I still watch it back and I see some plays where they're not dog shit every single play. There's some plays where they do block decent enough for you to get a pass off, and when the pass comes out of his hands, it fucking flutters in the air like a duck and doesn't get to the target. So maybe it's just not that generational. And people get accepted. You were crazy in college and the shit worked, and you're just made in the NFL. We saw with Bryce Young, he was insane. Alabama, oh my God, he's Steph Curry, they were calling him, and he's washed, in the NFL. Bryce Young's peak is I don't know, Sam Darnold or something. You know what I'm saying? He's aight.
And now I can't even switch to being a Steelers fan because Fields isn't even playing.
Right. He'll play next year, though, or something.
No.
They'll probably do, honestly, Russ is kind of cooking, though. They'll probably do, this year and next year.
Until Russ gets hurt.
Honestly, until Russ is dust enough, I can see him getting extended this offseason for 2 more years. Like signing like a two, like you know what I'm saying, like
Bro, Fields.
I know he's fucked. He's fucked. But you know they're gonna. Cause bro, Russ looks good though.
He does.
Russ looks good. So it's like you can't like. If Russ looked like shit, then I'd be like, all right, like.
Him and Pickens have been cooking.
Right, but it's like Russ is throwing like crazy like moon balls and like
Yeah.
he's throwing like lasers and like tight pocket. Like bro, he looks like crazy locked in. This is probably like the best team he's had in a minute. Like Najee, Warren, like all these dudes. Like bro, he's having a field day over there. So I can see him after this year, dude. They're 7-2. If they do like a good like playoff run, he's gonna get like a Baker.
Wait,
Mayfield.
they're 7-2.
They're 7-2.
Oh shit! I forgot they're 7-2.
If they go on a crazy playoff run, they're gonna sign like Russ to, like the Baker shit, where he gets like a 2-3 year like $100 million like some shit like. Cause he still got some left in the tank, clearly. You know what I'm saying?
No, we need him to get hurt so Fields can come back in and the Bears can get their pick.
It's tough for Fields because like, yeah, bro, like you just might not play, bro, and it's kind of wasting his youth.
And he's the dude.
I know it's wasting his youth though. Like he needs to, I don't know. Somebody's gonna need a cue. Like low key, maybe Seattle.
I mean, Gino's fine.
Nah, bro, he's dust. Gino,
he's like
bro.
Jameis. He's like Jameis, low key.
Yeah, but like if I'm Seattle, if you're gonna keep DK, JSN, and like K9, I think I'm putting in something for Fields, bro.
If you can get
like,
Fields, that'd be crazy.
You tried with Gino. He had that 1 year where he didn't write back. We get it, but looks like he started writing back, bro. Come on, bro. Like he's okay. Like he makes plays. But he also makes like the bonehead like head scratchers, bro. Like and it's like in the worst times, like when you need him to be clutch, he throws like the nastiest pick in the back of the end zone where you're like, where was the receiver even at? Like it's like dog shit. Like, dude, I don't know, but you can't win with that, bro. He's not gonna get you to like the championship, bro. Like I don't even know if he can get you to the damn divisional round. This nigga got Gino in the cell like a hoe.
I mean, they're only like a game or two behind.
I know, but like, dude, like in their division, I'm taking like everybody over.
Well, yeah, I mean, what Cardinals are probably gonna win the division.
Cardinals look the best, but San Fran's gonna start heating up because they have McCaffrey. So those two are definitely a lock. Rams are like feisty, and I trust it on a head-to-head. Matt Staff versus Geno Smith, I'm taking Stafford, bro. Like, he's going to make the right reason, not, like, fuck up. Like, Geno's going to throw just the nastiest, like, shit turd, like, pick you've ever seen, bro. It's going to be so bad.
He's going to throw it in the flat and
bro.
With the safety just sitting on it.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, that dude. So, if I was Seattle, like, maybe just cut your losses with Geno and be like, look, we tried, bro. You just sucked. And then just, like, go for Fields. Try to get young and, like, explosive, bro. He would cook, bro.
He would cook with JSN.
And DK deep balls, bro.
Kenneth,
Lord. Like he'd be able to just find DK everywhere, bro. Like dude.
And Fant too.
That'd be unstoppable, yeah. And then like,
cause Fant clears space when you throw it to him.
And then with his running ability, his running upside, bro, he'd be different, bro. Especially if they.
And then they just draft more defense.
Right, just get better defensively. Yeah, like there you go, Seattle. Hey, you hear what we talking about? Hey, you might want to tap in. This is the way to get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. But yeah, Bears confusing. Not looking grim. Next on the list. Houston Texans. Absolute abysmal second half performance. Started off the game real strong. Having fun. Like, it was honestly like a fun game to watch in the beginning. Like, because it was just like, we were just doing everything right. We were boxing up. We were, making big plays. We were scoring. Not missing tackles. Like, they weren't getting any yards. I mean, the defense got 5 interceptions, which was a franchise record, 5 interceptions. You hear all that. We're up 23-7 at half. You would think this team is definitely going to win the game. No. The Texans proceed to take the biggest dump in their shorts and fucking didn't score a point in the entire second half of the fucking football game. Like, it was the most garbage thing I've ever seen. And it left you in disbelief. Because the whole time you're sitting there and you're like, okay, like, we're kind of getting too comfortable. But then we were still kind of getting some picks and still kind of, like, stopping them. But it was like, then they got, like, one store. And then you're like,
But y'all just kept getting them
Right.
Like back of the end zone, basically.
And then they got like one touchdown, like the
Yeah.
Montgomery. Then you're like, okay, they kind of scored, but like, okay, we still got some room.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they like scored again. You're like, okay,
all right,
all
right.
like, okay, it's getting a little close, guys. You know what I'm saying? Maybe let's like get a touchdown here, like lock up or something. Like, what's going on? And then it was just like, next thing you know, they're lining up for a field goal, and of course he drills it at the end, and it's just like good night. I mean, I
barely sneaks it in. He didn't drill it. He barely snuck it out.
I couldn't believe my eyes of what I saw that night. Like, it was just disgusting. Just disgusting. Like, it reminded me so much of the Kansas City Houston divisional playoff game when we were up 24-0 and it felt like, wow, we actually might go to the AFC Championship and like make a run. And we just literally just fell apart and nothing went right after that, and that started our demise. Like, this is what this one felt like, where it was like a good team comes into your house. We weren't supposed to win anyway, but then it's like you put on this all-time performance just to like literally ruin it for nothing. The play calling is abysmal. The Texans haven't scored a second half touchdown since week 6 against the New England Patriots. Was the last time the Houston Texans we're talking about, CJ Stroud, like all these weapons, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Joe Mixon. We haven't scored a second half touchdown since New England Patriots week 6. Like, this is getting bad. You know, like, I don't know what's going on. We're addicted to trying to run the ball 40 times a game in 2024, which I get it. You have Joe Mixon, he's been doing good.
And doing the same run plays.
It's the same run plays. It's stretch left or right. It's
a toss to the right.
Toss right or left. It's like, it's not working. And it's okay in 2024, with the way football is right now, it is okay to be like, we're just not going to run the football that much this game. Great. Unless you have Derrick Henry, McCaffrey, like these kind of guys, I think it's okay to be like, we're just not. And sometimes, like, you're just not running the ball that much. Mm-hmm. And it's fine. Like when the Ravens are like going blow for blow with the Bengals. Yeah. Sometimes they kind of like, I wouldn't say they're abandoning Henry. Like, they still hand it off every now and then.
You just gotta kind of.
But sometimes you gotta just air the fucking bitch out. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they're going band for band, like,
yeah, you gotta let it loose. They're
throwing bombs to Chase. They're throwing bombs to Flowers, Andrews, Bateman. Like, they're going band for band. Like, sometimes you just gotta say, we're like, running it just ain't it. Yeah. But Slowick is so addicted to like, well, you know, we gotta establish the run and get the pass. Yeah, you had to do that back in like 1950. Okay, when you had like Walter Payton and shit. Like, it's not like, this is new. Like, and especially when you have a guy like Stroud that's so elite with his arm, so elite with his decision making, that is like, you're limiting your upside by literally taking the ball out of his hands so much. The offense stalls out in the second half. And then it seems like we get these leads in the first half just to play safe in the second half. Stop playing safe. Win. Yeah. Do you want to win or not? Like, that's just the biggest difference.
It's kind of what the like Chargers were doing a couple of years ago,
right?
Like, where they had a really solid team and they were just like giving it up,
scared, bro.
Giving it up.
And it's like, I just don't understand that mentality where it's like, okay, we have a little bit of a lead, then you go into the second half and you're just like, we're just not gonna take shots anymore. We're not gonna push the ball downfield anymore. We're just gonna and then if, you know, we don't get the first down, then, you know, okay, we're just okay with punting. And it's just like, you should never be okay with punting. You should never be okay with field goals. You should never be okay with that type of stuff. Every time you touch the football as an offense, your mindset should be, we're going down here to score touchdowns, get 7, big points, big plays. That's how I would run offense if I was the offensive coordinator. I don't give a fuck. We up 50. Guess what? Hut, that bitch going downfield.
Jameis, yes sir.
Like, every single time, I would never take my foot off the gas. Like, there's never any reason to. The only time you take your foot off the gas is if it's like, okay, it's like 50-0. They took their starters out. Mm-hmm. You know, we took our starters out. Game's over. Like, you know, it's like, it's a shit show. Like, we're just waiting to get up out of here. Then it's like, okay, obviously the game's over. But bro, it's the third quarter, bro. I'm lighting the shit up, bro. I would never stop. Like, I would never be okay with like, this is just gonna be a dead drive here. We're just gonna hand it off a couple times, maybe throw a little. No, like especially if I have a guy, I got a Lamar, I got a Burrow, I got a Herbert, I got a Stroud. I'm letting this bitch fire off, bro. Like, I don't care, bro. So it blows my mind that we just get so passive in the second half.
Yeah.
One of those games that you just easily
where you're not looking downfield.
And it's like, who do you blame? You can't even blame the defense because, like, yeah, they gave up points in the second half, but it's like, so? Like,
they just were on the field the whole time.
Right, they're on the field all the time, but they got 5 turnovers, bro. 5 turnovers, you should win the game. Like, there's no blaming the defense.
And too many field goals in the first half.
Too many field goals in the first half. So many drives where we're super close to be able to score. Then what we do in the red zone, buckle down and just be okay. Like I said, be okay with this. Like, well, we got close. So we'll just kick the field goal, get the 3.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want 3. I want 7. Because if one of those drives that we just settled for a field goal on, if one of those was a touchdown, you win. Second half, you come out. And first time you get the ball, you drive downfield and you score. Like, you put them to bed, and it's like the mindset changes so much because like you score another touchdown, you put like it's 30-7 now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, the team's like they're defeated, bro. 30-7. You don't think you can come back mentally from that for real? Like, especially with how the defense is playing. And like obviously Stroud threw a bad pass that one time. Where the player was open, but he kind of short-armed it, you know what I'm saying? And it got picked off.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been a touchdown, bad pass. But it's like, I don't know. I just don't think the play calling is there when we need it to be. Sometimes it just seems like we take the foot off the gas. We're not aggressive enough. And it's just 2 weeks in a row where there are games that we should have, I wouldn't even say, like, Detroit ended up being a game that we could have easily won. But the Jets, like, dog shit. Like, they're not a good team. We went in there, and we were up in the first half, and it was looking like, bro, they were literally chanting, sell the team, sell the team. Like, the Jets fans didn't think they were going to win this shit. Then all of a sudden, they come out in the second half, and they're insane.
Yeah.
And we can't move the ball at all. Like, it's just bad, bro. I don't care who's out. I don't care if we don't have Stephon Diggs. I don't care if you have enough players on the field. Clearly, you have CJ Stroud. Clearly, these receivers can play. Mechie scored a touchdown. Like, Hutchinson was making plays all over the field.
They're refusing to throw to Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz is getting open, and you're not giving him any plays. It's like, you still have Tank Dell, who was like crazy last year, and like somehow we're just like not using him the same. Yeah. What do you have, like 4 catches in the first half? I don't think he got a catch in the second half. That's embarrassing, bro.
I think he did have a drop, but I mean,
your number one. He did have that drop on the corner, but your person that's playing number 1 receiver right now got 4 catches, and then in the second half wasn't like even targeted or utilized. Like, he's your main guy, and he's an elite separator, and he's an elite playmaker. Tank Dell, you get the ball in his hands, he can make some shit happen. Mm-hmm. Why is he not getting used?
It's like Jameson Williams on the line.
Right, but you know how we did use him? We used him on a double reverse that got fucking absolutely boxed for like -10. It's like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, I just don't get this damn team sometimes. And it's like, what's annoying about the Texans right now is like, we're in that spot where it's like, what do you want to be? Do you want to be an elite team? Or do you want to keep being they're a good team?
The build,
right. Like, we're a good team right now. We're a good team. I'm not saying that we're a bad team. We're a good team. Yeah. You play it. If we had to strap up and play whoever's on the bottom, Carolina Panthers, we're waxing, like, obviously. But it's like, there's certain times where I'm like, these prime time, these games that you should, like, these are games where it's like, these are what separate who's good and who's like great. Like, Ravens aren't losing that game with 5 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think we're kind of in the spot that the Ravens were like, with early Lamar, where like the Ravens were good, but they were kind of fucking up here and there on like the little shit, and that was getting them losses in the playoffs and stuff like that. I think the Texans are kind of in that spot, but I think some changes need to be made. I think Slowick is gone after this season, 100%. I don't want to see this dude in Houston after this year. I don't want to see him after today, to be honest. I hope I hope we get the notification tomorrow where it's like Slowick's bitch ass is sitting on the fucking curb.
Texans hire Waldron.
Yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, we just went from bad to fucking worse, and then he plays either. Yeah, fuck no.
We just swap offensive coordinators.
Yeah, let's see how that works. You know what I'm saying? Just both just shit still.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, Slowick needs to go, bro. Like,
Yeah.
just horrible, man. I think I saw a stat where it's like the Texans lead. They're the number one in running the ball in passing down situations.
Yeah.
So in passing situations,
Like 3rd and 12,
or even like second and like 7, where it's like, okay, you ran the ball the first time, first down, which I don't think you should run the ball on first down every time, but okay, you did. Yeah. You got 3 yards, not bad, not good, decent. 2nd and 7, that's a passing down.
Yeah,
it's 2nd and 7,
zig,
drag, zig, something. You
something,
pass there. Texans lead the league in running the ball in those situations. And you know what happens when you run the ball on 2nd and 7? You get blown up, and now it's 3rd and 9. And now you can't use a zig route. Now you can't.
That shit too.
Right, now you can't use a zig. Now you can't use a drag. Now you can't use a mesh because it's too short, and you need to get a first. So now everything has to be downfield. So now guess what? Now the blitz can happen, right? Because you need time. So instead of giving a crazy elite passer like Stroud time, what are you going to do? You're just going to send 5. You're going to send 6 and just say, fuck it. Hopefully they get there in time, and it just causes them to fuck up. Yeah. And that's what's been happening. Like, he's like number 1 in hits taken right now. I think he has like 71 hits taken. Like, it's just dog shit, bro. This whole shit's dog shit. I need this shit to get fixed now. They have 3 easy teams coming up, and they need to win all 3 of them. Because we have Kansas City, we have the Ravens coming up. Like, we have different teams. Like, there's Miami, who's going to be a spoiler now. You know what I'm saying? Now they have 2. Like, they're not making it anywhere. So they're just going to be trying to beat teams that have a chance. So,
yeah, they need to beat the Bills.
Right. So, like, they're just going to be a spoiler team. So we play them later. But I think we got like 3 easy teams they need to lock in, and this shit needs to get fixed now.
Yeah.
Like, the tech, that was so embarrassing. Like, you can ask this dude,
he was heated.
I was heated for the whole rest of the night. I was like speechless. Like, I just didn't even know how to feel or what to say. It was such a roller coaster because you just literally couldn't believe it. My mind couldn't fathom the fact that from what I saw in the first half, that I'm actually turning this TV off knowing that my team just lost that. Like, it just blew my mind. I couldn't believe how we lost the game. I still can't, to be honest. Like,
you need to get over it, Mace.
I need to get over it, but this is just one of those ones that it's just gonna give me nightmares. Yeah. Absolutely fucking horrible.
If y'all fired Slowick, who would you want as OC? Do you know?
The Lions dude.
Nah, he's gonna be a head coach.
He's gonna be a head coach, but honestly, I don't.
They've been talking about if they fire Eberflus to hire Ben Johnson as head coach.
Yes, if he's available,
and then get like Robert Saleh as DC.
Yeah, if he's available, I definitely would get Waldron. Not Waldron. I'd definitely get Ben Johnson. He'd be a really good coach. But I don't really know. Like, you kind of got to see who's available for OC. Like, I don't really know if there's like really any like elite ones available at this moment.
Bill Belichick. You can have him as head coach.
I guess no. I'll take him as a defensive guy. He's a good defensive guy. I don't want him calling plays because he's gonna be trying to call some like old Brady shit. Yeah. I don't know if that's gonna work. So he can call. He's a good defensive coach though. I'll let him coach defense because
he can make Caleb and Tom Brady.
He was having them boys play on defense, bro.
Oh,
Even when they had like Mac Jones and shit, they were clogging. I'll take him on DC, but OC, you need somebody young. Like, I need like a McVay kind of mind or something like that running the plays.
Shanahan tree.
They be saying the Shanahan tree's getting boxed lately. Yeah. Like, all the people like from the Shanahan, people are starting to figure out the scheme, and no one's switching up. That's why Slowick's dust. He had that one and he's a Nico Collins merchant. Don't get me started on Slowick, bro.
Isn't the Rams OC Shanahan tree?
Well, I think McVay calls the plays.
Oh yeah,
I think
true.
I think he came from like the Shanahan like shit. But yeah, McVay calls the plays. Can we just get McVay? Like shit. Oh yeah, I have this one thing. Kyler Murray, he's actually undefeated since BO6 dropped.
Yeah.
He's insane right now, bro.
He's locked in. He has Omni movement.
It's so crazy because like the main thing, like people were like, "Oh, Black Ops 6 comes out, like get ready, he's gonna be like complete dust," but he's just like completely locked in. Like I don't know. But,
so it's time to put the parlay as soon as there's an event dropping on BO6.
Yeah, bro. Like it seems like he almost just like.
I think it's in his contract that he can't play it.
Oh yeah, like
during the season.
Wasn't there like a thing where he like has to like focus?
Yeah, I think he can't play during the season. Seriously, I think they put him on like a day limit or something.
Yeah.
Like he can only do it on after games.
He probably can play. They probably just don't want him like streaming or some dumb shit where it's like, you know what I'm saying, where you can get caught up where it's like, bro, he was up all night playing COD and now he's like ass. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think he could
even
probably,
if he's like banned, he's definitely playing.
He's definitely playing. That's what I'm saying. You probably definitely can play. Like if he's like in his house, like they're not gonna be like don't play, but they're probably just like
they get him on child block.
Yeah, they're like don't tell people that you're playing. Like you know what I'm saying. Don't like stream or like don't like any of that shit. Like you know what I mean.
You gotta be on offline mode.
Yeah, he's 3-0. He's 3-0 since Black Ops 6 dropped.
Yeah, everybody when we were losing to the Cardinals was saying how ass the Cardinals were, but all of a sudden they're one of the contenders, huh? Wonder how that works.
I mean, y'all gave up like 300 rushing yards to the same guy.
Nah, we gave up 280 of them were that one play. Literally 80 of them were one play. So it was 120.
They were still gashing y'all shit though.
No.
They was gashing y'all, bro. Connor was ripping off like 20 a pop. Like this dude was eating, bro. Yeah. And I mean, obviously
Tyler was cooking.
Obviously that was just like a shit call at the end. Like why are we playing so far and just let the dude like I mean, dude, like that was
nobody was paying attention.
Yeah, like which is another issue. Seems like
it's leaking into the defense.
It seems like lately no one's paying attention. What's going on? Can we lock in a little bit? I mean, Jesus Christ, what's going on over there?
But yeah, Kyler has been cooking.
Kyler's cooking. The Cardinals, dude, they're good, bro.
I know.
Like
their defense is playing hard as hell.
I know, and it's like who's on there? Like Buddha still? Like I think Buddha Baker's still on there, but like
they have a couple rookies on them.
I think they have some like scrappy dudes, like old school like linebacker type.
I think they have a rookie outside linebacker and a rookie corner.
Yeah.
And they've been eating. I can't remember that.
But I mean, offensively they're nasty.
Yeah, like I mean, McBride is disgusting. He was eating.
He's actually good as fuck. Yeah, he's good as fuck. I think he has like the most targets without a drop this season. So
I should have had him as my keeper instead of getting Laporta.
Yeah, McBride's nasty. And then it's like when he catches, he's like freak athletic.
Dude, he was trying to hurdle and shit.
He's like throwing people off his back. He's jumping over. He gets like a hurdle every game, bro. And then he's like trucking and shit. Yeah. He's insane, bro. Like He's an insane athlete, like.
And it's exactly what Kyler needs is like a big target.
Big target tight end. He's insane.
And then Marvin.
And then Harrison, bro. When they actually throw it to him, I swear to God, when they actually throw it to him, he's nasty.
He's so disgusting.
He's so OD. You saw that touchdown, like, bro.
Yeah, last week.
Last week on the Jets, bro. He caught that bitch and then he hit him with the, like that, bro. He's OD, bro. He's nasty as fuck. Like,
he's gonna be in. He has to be in that like Justin Jefferson and Jamar eventually. Not right now, but.
Well, I think like next season, watch, bro. When they.
I mean, he has Kyler. Kyler is disgusting too.
Yeah. Next season, when they really like cook up a scheme, bro, dude, he's gonna be fucking freakish, bro. Like they're like. It seems like right now they're like teasing it. They're like, look at what we could do if we gave this dude like 10 targets. But then we're not going to yet. We're not going to. We're going to give him 5 targets just to give y'all.
Give it James Conner.
Just to give y'all a glimpse of what could actually happen. If they gave this nigga like 12 plus targets a game, bro, he'd be a fucking. Dude, he 1-on-1. He's insane 1-on-1. You honestly like can't even guard him 1-on-1. He's too fast and he's like too lanky, and then he's just like.
It's the same thing as Jefferson.
Dude,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
he was CD or something. Yeah, like that.
He was literally like the best wide receiver prospect. Yeah, like
that's why I wanted him.
Yeah, like
instead of getting fucking
seen. Like, bro, this dude is nasty, bro. I wanted the Texans to
somehow try to get him. Bro, I'd give my soul for
that. God, like I was like, what do we have to give up to like move up to get Marv? And like everyone was like, dude, we're not gonna do it. I'm like, but why not though? Right, try, like make a call. Like, bro, what do we have to give up? Like 2 firsts? Fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
Like. If
I'd rather get him than Diggs all day, bro.
What? In a heartbeat, bro.
Rather than him than Keenan. Dude,
I would give up Diggs, Mechie, and Hutchinson to get Mark. Like, bro, it's like he's ridiculous, bro. Yeah. He's ridiculous, bro.
He's disgusting.
Like, and then to pair him back up with Stroud, it would have been a masterclass. I would have traded. Like, it would have been the craziest GM move. They'd have been like, bro, what did the Texans just do? Did they just trade like the stadium? Yeah, like we're gonna play next door now.
They get the concessions. They get all the money for concessions for the next 20 years.
Yeah, I'm like, I traded everything, man. Yeah, like we play at Rhodes Stadium in Katy. Yeah, I traded NRG.
Look, sorry, you can sit on the lawn, but
we play on the Astros field now. Yeah, on the baseball field. Yeah, we don't have anywhere else to play. We're just gonna play there.
Playing in the Rockets arena.
Yeah, we play at Toyota Center. You just kind of gotta like wear different pads, like you know what I'm saying, because the floor, but like you're good though. Like you can tackle. Like I would have done so much to give him up, but yeah, Kyler Murray, man.
He broke the completion record.
Yeah,
for
bro.
the franchise.
He's 3-0. He's 3-0 since BO2. So obviously
he had like 26 straight, bro. 26 straight completions. That's so insane.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Might have been 25.
I don't even want to talk about him, but Chiefs or Mickey. Chiefs or Mickey. Dark Magic. Taylor Swift.
It's every week. It's every fucking week.
Alright, we're good. Yeah, dude. Chiefs or Mickey. Dark Magic. It's confirmed. It's confirmed. I mean, like, there's just no way this can keep happening every single week. The rest of their schedule is like cupcake too, other than like a couple games. Like they play the Bills here. The Bills is probably like the last chance because by the time they play the Texans, like the season's like over. So they could like honestly just like, I could see them like just start just like shutting it down.
I'm sick of the Bills too, though.
Right, like the Bills or Mickey.
That
like,
game, I'm gonna be so pissed off watching.
Right. No, because I saw. Remember that thing? Did you see what I sent on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like they were like, last week we got Burrow versus Lamar. Like this week we're getting Mahomes versus Allen. And somebody quoted it and was like, Burrow versus Lamar is like highlight for highlight. Like they go highlight for highlight, like band for band. They're like Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen is just flag for flag.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Seeing who can get like the Mickeyest call, like ticky tack shit. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, like bro.
Please play illegal formation.
Right, illegal formation. Oh no, that. Oh no, roughing the pass. Oh this and that. Like Burrow and Lamar just go like ding, ding,
they're
ding.
just hitting
like
and running, bro.
it's like ding, ding. Like who's the first one to 50? Like you know what I'm saying. First one to 50 get the dub. Like that shit is crazy when you watch Burrow. Burrow Lamar is a movie, bro.
Yeah.
You know that shit going down
Mid-season
to the end.
too, movie.
No defense. No defense.
It's
just
crazy because
straight thugging.
the defense was playing good, but they were just getting burned.
It's just too much, bro. Too much. Jamar's too good, bro. It's too good.
Like if they had an opportunity to catch Jamar, then they would have. But like he's just cooking everybody.
Bro. He just fries every time. Like it just doesn't matter. And then he's like Ocho Cinco. Like they ask him about like his diet. He's like, bro, honestly, like I just don't even eat healthy at all. Like he's like I make sure like my body's good. Like I get like treatment and stuff. But he's like, bro, I don't really like try to make sure I like eat healthy and shit.
I'm just
like,
out
bro,
here for the vibes.
Yeah, bro. I'm at like, dude, this dude's coming up like off of like 2 chicken Big Macs and like some hot fries and just absolutely frying you for like 200.
McDonald's is the
He's
truth.
frying you for like 200, bro. I had some today.
See, the greats have McDonald's.
I had some today.
Yeah.
I'm switching up. You know what I'm saying? I'm switching
Sometimes
up.
you have to introduce good things into your life.
Sometimes you have to have a little bit of shitty in the diet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't be 100%. I think. Like if you go 100%, then that's when you start fucking up. Like Aaron Foster. Like Aaron Foster was a beast, but then when he started, I'm vegan and I do like different shit now. Like that's when his hamstrings started ripping off the bone. Like sometimes you just gotta like slam a like crunch wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes you need to go to Sonic and get like 5
right,
burgers for like $10.
Sometimes you just gotta go to Church's Chicken and get like the 5-piece like spicy tender box and just like go stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like you know. Sometimes...
No. The move is you go Rowdies. You get that. You get that barbecue Buford, and you throw mozzarella sticks on that. Oh my god.
Yeah, like so,
with the cherry coke.
I think sometimes to actually be elite, like you like low key gotta like fuck up like a little bit.
Yeah, you
like,
gotta throw the ultra sugar in.
You gotta throw like some shit, and I think it helps, bro. Like,
yeah,
it helps a little bit.
You're just testing your immune.
You're
system.
not doing it every day. Like obviously you're working out, like you're an insane athlete, like you're doing all this shit. But like I feel like when you're an insane athlete and you're doing all this shit, like sometimes you just need to go to Culver's and get like
Yeah, Culver's nice.
Get you like the cheese curds, get you a burger, get you a shake.
Mushroom Swiss.
Yeah, and fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's the only way. But yeah, Allen Burrow, I'm not excited for that. It's gonna be the Mickeyest game I've ever seen in my entire life.
With
and Mahomes, like he's just gonna pull out Dark Magician again and just cook it. I mean, obviously something's going on. Like they played so bad, and the Broncos with Bo Nix literally drive it down the field, get them in range. And of course, just like there's just a block kick. Like that doesn't happen for anybody else.
No.
Like the Texans can't get a block
kick.
kick.
It would happen against the Bears.
Right.
But
like
that's it.
Texans don't get a block kick.
No.
Like Bears don't get no. When's the last time you've even seen a block kick? Like what? Like it was like 5 weeks ago on the fucking the Seahawks or whatever when the Giants and it was like illegal too. The Giants like jumped over they like literally got a flag.
There was one for the Steelers too, I think. a
Really?
couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's like,
But
dude,
yeah.
shit doesn't happen, bro.
No.
Especially not like in those moments. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, of course,
Special
bro.
team, special players.
Of course they get it, and it's just like everyone's sick of the Chiefs, but they're getting healthier. I think Pacheco's supposed to come back like this week or next week or something.
Next week.
Yeah,
I know I'm waiting for him on my fantasy teams, bro. I need it.
Pacheco's coming back. You know, Kelsey, Hobbs getting warmed up. Like,
Rice wasn't gonna be back until playoffs, I guess. Huh?
But I honestly think, and I know it's gonna sound crazy because like they get stronger and stuff, but I think that they don't look as strong this year, right now. I still believe that the Ravens can take them out. Seriously, I do.
They might be using their luck too soon, but it is the Chiefs.
It is the Chiefs, but I just think, like, when you really look at the Chiefs right now, like, they don't look insane, bro. Like,
it's crazy that they're undefeated.
They're going down to the wire against Atlanta Falcons. New Orleans Saints had them on the ropes for a little bit until, like, they just started fucking up and Carr got hurt. And, like, the Broncos, the Broncos, like, they're still, the Broncos are just figuring it out. They're just scrappy, you know. They're still kind of figuring out what they want to do with Bo Nix and shit.
And they have the cheat to beat the Ravens.
And they barely come down to Ravens, the fingernail. You know, it's like all these games, they're not just going in there and just like 50 piece.
Yeah, they're not built to ass anybody.
Ravens are built to assing. Like, you know what I'm saying? These other teams, like, they're going, like, it's like, I'm not getting that vibe right now. Like, it just seems like you said, it seems like they're getting these few things to go right. But, like, once that stops, like, you get the regression the other way. Like, you get the negative regression where it's like, you know, eventually you're not going to get that call. Hopefully, if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is the Chiefs, but it's like, eventually
they can't keep getting away.
Right. It's like, eventually this isn't going to go in your favor. Eventually, you're not going to get a block kick right there and you're going to lose. Like, and that's going to go against a team that's, like, actually legit, like the Ravens, that actually have star power, that actually have stuff. Their defense is playing really good. I get that, but I just don't look at the Chiefs right now and how Mahomes is playing and stuff like that and being like, this team is definitely smacking every single team. I don't get that vibe. I think that they're getting some lucky stuff to fall their way right now. I think that there has been games where they've looked better. I think defensively they're good. I think offensively it ain't been looking perfect, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mahomes been throwing some interceptions. He's been making some mistakes. He's been taking some sacks. Like,
not getting really that much motion.
Right. They're not hitting the deep passes. They're not even really able to get clicking with Worthy. It's like stuff is still not really like clicking all that. And it's like, yeah, it can eventually start clicking like towards the playoffs and stuff like that. And yes, they lock in during the playoffs and it can be a whole different story. I get all that. But like it could also just not. Like we're what, week 11 or whatever, week 10? Like it's like usually by now you kind of see what teams are going to do. Like there's not really much that's going to be different later. You know what I mean? It's like usually people's running games get a little bit better because it gets colder and stuff like that. So people like Pacheco, Derrick Henry, like they get better. So it's like, you know, these guys get better as like the later the season goes on. But it's like other than that, like stuff just doesn't just start happening. Like not all of a sudden, you know, this person's going to be some like world. Like we're seeing.
I can see Worthy though.
I can see Worthy getting some clicks, but like it just seems like something's off there with like him and Worthy. So it's like I don't know. I think they're definitely beatable when it comes to the upper echelon of teams. I think a Detroit can beat them. I think Ravens can beat them. I think I think Burrow and the Bengals when they're healthy can beat them. I'm not saying like they're going to the Super Bowl, but I'm saying like right now. I feel like the way Joe Burrow is playing, like he's playing elite.
Yeah,
he's playing
take him over him right now.
He can play. Like those teams that are at the top right now can beat this team. So I don't think they're just gonna have them run to the playoffs, but they're definitely using dark magic and they're definitely doing rituals in Kansas City Stadium. Someone needs to investigate. Jigs up. Yeah, they're doing something over there.
No way they don't get rid of a receiver after the season, right? Because they'll have D-Hop, Hollywood, Rashee Rice, and Worthy. They'll have to. They're probably gonna get rid of one, right? Not sign one back.
Sky Moore.
I mean, no way they can keep them all.
Nah, I mean someone's gonna get the boot. It just kind of depends on like It depends on what they do. I mean,
They'll
I think
probably
they
trade
like what Justin Watson. I think he's like technically a receiver.
Juju.
Oh yeah, Juju's gone. He's getting the boot.
No, but I mean, they have to get rid of one of the bigger ones because not everybody can eat. There's
Right.
no
But
way.
I think
There's no way they would have DeAndre Hopkins.
they're gonna keep Hopkins. I think.
and Brown and Rashid and Worthy.
No, I think you keep Hopkins. You keep Hopkins though.
So then Brown's gonna be the one left out.
I think you keep Hopkins. You're probably gonna have to keep Rice. But I mean, I think you keep Hollywood because I mean, like, well, it depends on Rice's injury. Like,
Yeah.
cause I mean, he'll probably be ready.
Or if he gets kicked out of the NFL.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Because they did say they were going to do his investigation too, like at the end of this year. So it's like he could go into next year with a suspension. You know what I'm saying? Finally, after like they gave him a year to like play for free, but like he could go into this year with a suspension, and then if he does, then like then that'd be a reason to like keep Brown around at least for a little bit. Like I don't know, it just depends on how it all shakes up. And then if like Kelsey retires, you know what I'm saying, then it's like. You might want to keep another receiver around. Like, I mean, what, Noah Gray? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the niggas does.
I'd put Worthy a running back and get rid of that Steele dude.
Oh, yeah. Steele sucks ass, bro. He's ass.
I don't know why they like that dude. They're kind of cooking themselves.
Well, Pacheco's gonna be back and they got Hunt, so like he probably won't get it.
Yeah, he better not get no burn.
He's not gonna get any burn.
And Alaire's gonna be back too.
Yeah, but
he's not gonna get burned either.
He's not getting burned either. I wanted to talk about the Cowboy Stadium.
Oh, the
fucking sun shit. Like, bro, this team is so retarded.
It was an ass throw anyways, though. Let's be honest.
They're ass.
Yeah.
They weren't gonna win. But this sun thing has been an issue in their stadium for like years now. Like they've had like so many plays that were like busted, like going back years. Like people have like highlights of like, from like back in like whatever, like 2015, 2016, 17, like where like the sun goes into the stadium like that or whatever. And like, I think, first of all, I think they built it back, like, cause where like the sun sets and like the, what I'm saying?
They do it so they can use it as an advantage.
Like you're not supposed to build it like east and west. Like you're supposed to like north and south. Like you know what I'm saying? So that way it's like
it's either over top of you
right,
or
it's either over top of you or gone, but it's not like directly in your fucking eyes. So it's like
Jerry World.
Oh my god, bro. So it's like not only do we not know how to build a stadium, right? Because it's like clearly like everybody else in the NFL knows that except for you. So you didn't build it right, and then like
you've done nothing to address it either.
No, but here's the thing: they have for concerts and other events at that stadium. They have these curtain things that they put up to cover those windows for those performances, so that the sun and shit doesn't get in. But then for the fucking football team that fucking makes the most money for this fucking team that hasn't won a fucking championship, you have this shit fucking open, blinding your receivers so they can't catch fucking passes. That's fucking insane. Like, they literally have them. They have the curtains. People showed them, because, like, everyone was like, oh, because, like, they're asking Jerry about it. He's like, I'm not putting no curtains up there. The root two, whatever the fuck he says. And then it's just like, bro, they have the fucking curtains, bro. They have the curtains to put over the fucking stupid windows when the sun is up. Like, obviously, if it's Sunday Night Football, like, you don't need it. But it's like, bro, the middle of the fucking day when the sun is setting and it's right there, put the fucking curtains up. And he's like, no, we don't have to. Like, dude, it's fucking insane.
And it's definitely not something that you can't just, like put them up after the game started.
Right.
Like, oh, I forgot.
Right. It's like, dude,
the sun's bright today. Maybe I should close these.
Like, if you know it's sunny, like, you already fucked up building the stadium the wrong fucking direction. Like, how do you even do that, bro? Like, isn't that in the fucking thing? Like, in the plans? Like, every other stadium was able to do it. It's like, they probably brought it up to him. They're like, oh, Jerry, actually, if we build it this way, like, because they're like architects, like, they know how to build shit.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, well, you technically don't want to Jerry Rice like, man, that's not gonna bother my Dallas Cowboy. We can get back in time. You know what I'm saying? Back in 1985. It's like
he's gotta start wearing a visor.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's like the dude. They literally can't see like that CD touch. Like he was literally like, yeah, I couldn't see. Like they're asking him, he's like, I couldn't see. And they have what it takes to fucking cover it up, but they just fucking don't, and they just deal with it, and it's literally causing them to like miss plays, bro. And it's like such an easy fix, but this is just.
It wouldn't have helped anyways.
It wouldn't have helped, but it's like
it would have helped my fantasy team, but
this is just the story of the Dallas Cowboys, though, where it's just like
they know the problem and they don't want to fix it.
You know what the problem is? Easy fix. Just do A, B, C.
Get Derrick Henry.
But yet still, you don't do it. But then we're like, wait, the receivers can't see the ball in the sunlight? It's like, no shit, bro. Fuck. Like, damn, bro, this dude. Like, bro, if the Texans lose to the Cowboys tomorrow, like, I might jump out the window, bro. Like, honestly, there's just no way we lose to the dog shit football team.
Y'all play them this week?
We play them this week.
Oh, yeah, y'all got it.
We play them this week. I think it's either Sunday night or Monday night football. It might be Monday night. I think it's
Monday night. I think Bills and Chiefs is Sunday, right?
Dude, if we lose to this dog shit football team on Monday Night Football, I actually, like, I might go to the top of our apartment building and then jump off onto Gerard, like, in front of fucking...
District all day delicious.
Yeah, in front of that. Scrambled eggs over there.
Hey, don't look up where that is.
I might jump off the building, bro. There's no way. Yeah, what else happened here? Oh, the Cavs are 12-0.
Yeah, Donnie Mitchell, I told you.
He's mid.
I told you they were good. You said that they were Mickey. They're good.
They're not.
They had injuries in the playoffs. It act like it doesn't matter, but it did.
I'll give it to them. They look nice right now.
They're nasty.
It's early.
They are nasty.
It's early.
They're nasty.
It's early.
But Jared Allen.
He's good. He's a good player.
Mobley.
Yeah, Allen's better, but I do. Mobley's
Garland.
Good. Garland's iffy. We know Garland.
Garland is iffy.
He's iffy.
Donnie. Him.
He's
him.
He's a little iffy too. I'm not gonna lie, he's a little iffy. But okay, this team iffy. You know what I'm saying? They're on a little wave right now, but like, come on, bro. Like, we not acting like this team's like all that.
No,
like,
they're going undefeated.
No, they ain't. I give them another like 3 days of this.
I need a Donovan Mitchell like crazy game though.
I'm thinking.
I want him to have like a 60+ piece. There hasn't been like a crazy game yet.
I think it's been like evenly spread out. I'm giving them like 2 more wins, and then they're gonna take like a fat dump in their pants against like Miami or something like that. Yeah, like some like team that's like garbage. Like as soon as everybody like puts the money line, like as soon as FanDuel gets all their money, that's exactly when they're gonna ping in the Vegas headsets to be like, play like complete dog shit right now, and it's just gonna sell all of America.
The mellow ball goes for 70.
Yeah. But the Cavs do look good. Donovan Mitchell, he looks good.
Rockets got the win against the Pistons.
Rockets look good though.
Yeah, they do.
Rockets look good. Like to this point in the season, I'm satisfied with what I'm seeing from the Rockets. Father Green, I mean, this guy is one of the most explosive players in the league. I mean, to any Rockets fan that thought trading Jalen Green was somehow some type of answer, you're dumb. Clearly, he's our best fucking guard. He's one of the best young guards in the league. Like, just admit it. Like, yes, he's inefficient at times, but like he's still, his playmaking ability and what he brings to the table is something that's just so elite. You can literally look up Jalen Green dunk highlights, and he's been in the league for like what, 3 years, bro. He has
it's like 20 minutes.
It's like a 30-minute video of this dude just having the most explosive dunks you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah, it's not just like some ring raiser package.
No, he's like like all the way back, like over somebody's mouth. Like, nah, dude, this dude's insane, bro. He's taking off, and then he's like, he has the games where he's just elite. Like, he's an elite 3-point shooter and stuff. Like, when he gets hot, bro, he's like damn near unstoppable. Like, remember in like March of last year when he was doing Curry shit? Like, he was shooting the ball, turning around and stuff. Like, when he really gets in his bag, when he really gets for real, bro, he's nasty, bro. Green's nasty. And you get Şengün too. Şengün's disgusting.
Been playing really good too.
Oh man, the only nigga that plays like dog shit, and he's someone that I already didn't fucking like, is Jabari Smith, Dino Nugget, fuck nigga. That nigga sucks ass, bro. I hate Jabari, bro. He's so bad to me. He's never been good to me.
He is bad.
He's so bad, bro. Oh my god. Bro, I saw one play. Dude, he tried to put up a three. The shit didn't even hit the rim. It hit like next to the rim, like on the glass next to the rim, and like bounced back and like hit somebody in the mouth. Like, dude, it was the worst thing I ever. This dude fucking sucks. He's not Kevin Durant, bro. Like, they drafted this dude and he's like, oh, he's lanky. He can like, he can like make shots and he's like lanky, but he can play like, he can be like a stretch, like a Kevin Durant, like point guard, but he's really a big dude. He's not fucking Kevin Durant. He's not anything, bro. He's dust. Like, this dude is complete dust ball. Yeah. I haven't seen him do one thing elite. I think he has like the worst like field goal percentage, right? Like, bro, he's
Thanasis. He's
like,
Thanasis.
I'm seeing stats on like Twitter that are like all negative. Yeah. Like, he's done nothing positive. I want to get this dude off the team now. I don't even care if he goes to another team and like does good. I'm tired of watching him. Like, he shouldn't have a Rockets jersey on. This dude should be playing for the Rio Grande Vipers in the fucking G League with Bronny. This dude sucks so much dick. Like, he gets on my nerves, bro. I just feel like he's just clogging up a roster spot for somebody that could like actually be a good player. Yeah. Like, I think I saw a trade that involved like Jabari and like a couple of like other like little like bench dudes to like the Utah Jazz for like Sexton and like some other dude, not marketing, but it was like Sexton and like
marketing would be nasty.
Right, but it was like Sexton and like some other dude, and I was like, I would literally take that in a heartbeat.
Marketing at 3 would be so.
Sexton coming off the bench instead of like, bro, give me Sexton instead of like, bro, Jabari, no go, bro. This dude's terrible, bro. Look at his shit on fantasy, bro. He has like 7 points a game. Dude sucks.
Y'all should ship off Fred VanVleet while you can.
Honestly.
While you can sell high.
Yeah, it's like he's a good veteran presence, but I just don't feel like we need it. Like,
I'd rather give the ball more to Jalen Green.
I think
bring somebody else in.
I think what it had in it was like Jabari, like Dylan Brooks, and then it was like some other like dude like that. Like, I don't know if it was VanVleet or not. It might have been for like Sexton, and then it was like I forgot who the other piece was, but it was like something along those lines, like Sexton and like one other player. And I was like, bro, I'd easily take that.
Clarkson? Speak for that.
Honestly, give me Clarkson over Jabari, bro. I'll take, honestly, damn near anybody over Jabari Smith Jr. He's so horrible, bro. I hate watching him play basketball. It's disgusting. Lakers kind of mid. Like,
we have good games, bad games, but D'Lo looks better coming off the bench.
How you feel about, what's his name as coach? You think he's all right?
Yeah, I think he's doing good. I think he's like holding up a good offensive game plan for the most part, and
seems like
I'm not in love with the defense yet, but he's making the right adjustments.
Yeah.
So I think he's doing good. I'm not in love with how D'Lo was playing or Reeves, and they're starting to lock back in.
Yeah.
So
it seems like some of the players are kind of playing kind of mid.
And Rui was killing at the beginning of the season, and we were winning a lot. And he hasn't really been getting the ball. Yeah. He hasn't he was shooting getting 2+ threes a game and hitting over 50% of them.
Seems like y'all are kind of just getting backpacked by Braun right now.
And AD, yeah.
Which is like.
It's like they combined for 55 and
the rest
12 assists, but yeah.
Which is like. It's cool because it's LeBron, whatever, but it's also kind of not what you want at this point, in LeBron's. You want one of these other guys to kind of be more of more in the picture, and Braun getting his little 23 to 25, but it's
mostly going through AD though.
Right, which is good.
Yeah. He's getting hurt a lot though. Well, they keep smacking the shit out of him. They hit him in the eye again.
It's tough to play big, bro. It's tough to play big.
Especially
how he plays.
And in the West too, it's everybody in the West, their bigs play hard.
Right. So it's
Sabonis and Jokic and whatever. They all just want to punch you in the face.
Right. It's it's dog out there.
Draymond, what?
Yeah. Zion.
But no, I think we look good and everything. We just need to figure out perimeter defense and not let anything and go back to how it was.
Someone else has to step up other than AD and LeBron.
We got to crash the boards again too.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been crashing the boards. But Jared Vanderbilt, if you do not come back, I will lose my mind. You've been out since last season. I think you played the first week or two.
I forgot about that.
You're so cold, and it would help our team so much if you were on. I just need you to get out of street clothes and play the fucking basketball game.
I honestly forgot about that dude. Like 100%.
We have to watch Cam Reddish over here. Like the only thing he's good at is jumping in the passing lanes, and 95% of the time
Is that
he's
like
missing.
Indian looking dude?
I guess I don't know. He's like got the super big shorts.
Yeah.
And the saggy jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bench uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all right, but like I like Cam Reddish, okay, but he's not what he's supposed to be, and he looks lost most of the time.
Yeah.
But we need Jared Vanderbilt back. We'll be fine if we get Jared Vanderbilt back.
I think I'll be okay, but like I said, I like to see somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody else needs to be a little bit more of a factor consistently. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? For y'all to really.
I'd like to
take a
see
step up.
Gabe Vincent do some more too.
Yeah.
He's been doing okay, but get some more shots up.
Yeah. Roy needs to step up for sure, and
Yeah.
D'Lo needs to figure out if he's gonna like be something this
Be
year
him
or
or
what. Yeah, it's like let's figure it out like before the trade deadline.
I do like him coming off the bench a little bit more.
I think he's more of a come off the bench kind of
Yeah.
because like he's one of those just like come off the bench, give you like a crazy spark, and then
Yeah.
it's like but like I feel like in the starting lineup like
That's why I think it'd be better when we get Vanderbilt back, because then we can play Vanderbilt starting like
yeah,
Reeves, Rui, AD, LeBron.
because then like
because then we have defense and offense, and we have a lot of
Yeah.
size.
and if D'Lo comes off the bench, you're not like forced to play him like a lot of minutes because he's not like a starter. So it's like coming off the bench, and if he comes out and he's like not like hot, and you know he's not like getting a lot of threes, you can like just bench him and just be like, all right, like we're just not gonna get a lot out of you today. But like if you do put him in and he's just like having like one of his nights, then like you can be like, okay, well like you can get like
Yeah.
15 plus. Like
And then we have Connect on the bench too.
Right.
And him and Connect, they can go band for band for
Right.
threes if they lock in.
yeah.
So, and Hayes is on the bench, and Cam Reddish would be on the bench, and Gabe Vincent. So like that's a nice starting squad and backup squad. Just
They're good.
need to build back.
Pelicans are cooked.
Yeah,
They're cooked. Alvarado
Mhm.
just went out, and
He gets hurt a lot too.
yeah, but he's gonna be out for like 6 weeks or something like that. They said they'll reevaluate him in 3, but it's like some hamstring shit. I think it's like his shit's off the bone, bro. That's
slice and dice.
that's Zion, Zion, Alvarado. Trey Murphy was hurt to start the year. He like just got back.
Has he even played yet?
I think
he
he
still
played
has
like one game.
Okay.
He's played like 1 or 2 games.
And then
Herb, like Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah.
Like the whole like starting lineup of the team is basically her other than like Ingram.
Oh, and Jonte.
Oh yeah, DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
It's like this whole team is just injured, bro. I don't even like
And Hawkins too.
Hawkins. Like, bro, like what? Bro, people were saying like after the Alvarado like injury post, they were like because like the Saints and the Pelicans share like a training staff. They were like the Saints / Pelicans training staff needs to be like under investigation.
Oh my God, new jobs.
Oh God, because it's like, bro, there's no way as the Pelicans you start the season this fucking injured, bro.
Yeah.
There's no. I get DeJounte, like it was like a freak thing, like you just break your hand, like you can't really like say, but like there's no way Zion, Alvarado, how are both of their hamstrings off the bone, like to start the year? Like we just started. It's not even like 2 weeks in. Like Jesus fuck.
Yeah, we could have. It probably didn't warm up enough.
Right.
They weren't really playing in preseason and all that, were they?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Or it's like whatever like training that we are doing, like it's not focusing on like these like soft tissues and stuff like that. It's like y'all just going out there and just playing basketball practice and then just calling it a day. But it's like, bro, you need to be like doing
Put
some
up
other
100
shit.
threes and then go play COD.
Right. It's like, bro, like you need to like be doing some type of dynamic stretching or some type of like. It's like no one's doing any of that. Like Hawkins back fried. You know what I'm saying? Murphy didn't start the year. He had some type of soft tissue thing.
I think it was his quad or something.
Right. It's like, so there's no way we can have all these stuff, especially to start the year. I get if we're in like February and it's like, all right, it's been a long year, you know, all this stuff, it's just been a long season. Like shit happens, but it's like this early in the season, have this many people out with the same type of injury, like, Bro, that's bad. And then you know the Saints players, like them niggas are hurt all the fucking time. Like they're never healthy, and it's never from some except for Olave. He just gets fucking rammed every single play.
Well, Derek Carr puts him in.
Right. I feel like every time I switch to a Saints game, Olave's like getting helicoptered out from like a fucking bad hit. Like, I feel so bad for Olave, bro. He needs to get out of there. But yeah,
Shadur coming soon.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully to give this
Shadur and Dion.
Give this dude some life, man.
And then if we fire Matt Eberflus, they can have him as DC, and then we'll get Ben Johnson and Robert Saleh, and everything will be right in the world.
Oh, I'm getting no Ben Johnson. You know you're gonna stick with Eberflus for another year. Just get ready. Bro.
I don't mind Eberflus though. I know.
I do. I mind. He gives me the flu.
I think I think he tries to tell us to play too conservative.
I think he got a haircut and thought he would fix everything, and just because
his daughters are bad. Then?
Just because you got a little haircut doesn't mean you're fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe get out the barber chair and start learning how to cook.
He said the wife likes it.
Like it's like let's maybe start figuring some X's and O's out. All right, put down the fucking clippers. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. Pelicans are dust. Pretty much everything else is like pretty standard in basketball.
Manchester United, we fired our manager last week. So
did you get another guy though? Start cooking.
Yeah, we've been undefeated since.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta make a change.
Yeah, you know? last game we stomped the team 3-0. It was so nice. Back on top, hopefully. Let's get out the gutter. I need that.
I mean, yeah.
Because we have a good squad.
I mean, sometimes you need to get rid of some old baggage, man.
I liked our coach though.
Too bad, man.
Maybe I just like ass.
Yeah, you're just addicted to mediocre, man. Let it go. I just gotta let it go, man.
I'm too lenient. I'm like, oh, he's a nice guy.
It's like making a trade in fantasy. It's like, yeah, like there's probably some players that like you would like and that you would keep. Like I see potential in this guy, but it's like you could also get like boom, like you could get Justin Jefferson. So it's like, yeah, you probably have to give up on like these couple guys that are like, we're not saying you're a bad player or anything, but it's like if you have the chance to get glory,
I'm not giving you Kenneth Walker.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta give it up. Last thing I want to talk about was Alabama LSU game. Just straight belter, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm so glad I didn't go to that fucking shit.
They fired their coach too, didn't they?
Who?
LSU didn't.
No, he's still there. But
should've.
Probably, honestly, like, dude, that was embarrassing, bro. That was off a bye week too.
Yeah.
You had a bye week. You had a bye week to get ready for Alabama at home in Death Valley.
That's the game.
And you put up 6 fucking points and got absolutely belted. They put 40 on you. LSU has been complete dog shit against mobile quarterbacks. They can't stop a read option to save their fucking life. It's actually embarrassing. There's no way you can't stop a read option that bad. Like,
that's how Louisville is too, though.
It's crazy though. Like against South Carolina, against their quarterback, he was feasting on us. We ended up winning that game at the end, but he was feasting on us with the read option. He was killing us. Then you go into the A&M game, another game that's like if you win this game, you're in a prime position in the SEC. You're gonna be you're gonna be ranked because they were already at like 8 going into that game. You win that game, you maybe go up to like 6, 7. Like you're in a good spot.
Higher, you probably 5.
Right. So it's like you're in a good spot, and you're the only team that has like 1 loss or 2 losses like going in. So like you're good. You have 1 loss in the SEC where everybody else has 2. You're good. And now you play Bama. And then if you lost, now you only have 2 losses. Like you're still in a good spot. Like bro. So then they go into that game. And they did good against the first quarterback that was just standing back there like a fucking idiot and couldn't make any throws. And then as soon as they put that like freshman quarterback in, all of a sudden they hit the read option. He scored like 4 touchdowns in a row off read option. We had no clue what to do. It's like in this state of college football, 2024, you don't know how to stop a read option with all these mobile quarterbacks that are in the FPS. We have no idea how to stop this play at all. Like, what? There's no practice. Didn't we just practice against Jaden Daniels like all year last year in practice? And we have no idea what to do against rushing quarterbacks at all? That's insane to me. So then we get cooked by him. We lose the A&M.
Worse, didn't we play this dude last year?
Right. It's like so then you lose to the shit. You lose to the Texas A&M. Now you have 2 losses, but you go on bye week. Okay, so now you have a whole week to prepare for this Alabama game, and you come out and you just let Jalen Milroe. He had 190 yards and 4 touchdowns rushing. Not rushing the football. He had 190 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's absolute garbage. That's like that made me. It got to the point where it was just like I didn't even like want to continue watching it.
And he's not even that much of a runner either.
Right, like he's a runner, but like
he's really not though. Like he's not looking to run really.
He's had some crazy rushing games,
yeah.
but he had to like work for it.
Yeah.
Like this was like the easiest 190 yards ever. He just went like this and faked it and then just left, and there was nobody to stop him. Mm-hmm. The rain got to the Tigers. Like it just seemed like they didn't want to play out there. Nussmeier is fucking terrible. He had like a 3-game stretch where he was kind of intriguing. Okay, he was playing decent for like 3 games. That Ole Miss game, you showing some heart out there. He made some good plays. That was good shit. Okay, he had a couple games before that. He did good. A&M, he was good for like a half of football. I think he was good for a half. I text Chase, hey, this dude might actually get drafted. And then as soon as I pressed send on that text, he's been dog shit ever since. Like I should have just never sent that text. Because as soon as I sent like, yo, because they were talking about like Dan Orlovsky and shit's talking about like Nussmeier, like, yo, this dude might get drafted a little bit.
Yeah.
And as soon as
he could probably still get drafted.
But as soon as I sent that, he's been absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
He throws way too many questionable passes. Like he's like Geno Smith, low key. Like where it's like he gives you some good shit and you're like, okay. But then as soon as you're like, all right, lock in, he throws like the worst pass you've ever seen in your entire like football watching career. Yeah. Like it's just like, what the fuck was that? And it's just like he threw crazy bad passes against Alabama. Didn't know what was going on. It just seemed like he just couldn't play in the rain. Like it was just terrible. Just embarrassing, especially like even if LSU wasn't like a good team this year, like when it's Alabama, so much history in this football game.
It should be like
that was a
Bengals
disgrace, bro.
Yeah,
that was such a disgrace, bro. From all the history that we've gotten in this Alabama LSU, you know, every time it's Alabama LSU, it's a movie. Like this is a huge game, and for you to have a week to prepare and then put up that kind of
get smoked. That
kind of smoke, brisket, belt to ass, shit performance. Yeah. It is absolutely insane, bro. Especially at home, you know. And then it's not like it's fucking Nick Saban. Mm-hmm. It's the first year with the new guy. It's like, bro, that
on the Alabama bad year,
right? Alabama off year, no Saban. In Death Valley, and we couldn't get a touchdown till the end. It's like, bro, that was just one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like, that was an embarrassment for LSU, embarrassment to LSU football, embarrassment to like all the past quarterbacks that have gone through,
old
players, like old coaches. Like, I mean, that was just one of those ones where it's just like, what the hell were you doing for 2 weeks?
It's time to hire O.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they were doing
Big
for 2
O.
weeks. But that man, that's all the shit that we gotta talk about today. For the last week recap. Not gonna lie, we've been fucking up with the second upload. Usually we try to be like recording twice a week to record like the recap and then like the preview. Kind of fucking up on the back half, but we're gonna try this week. We're gonna keep hold ourselves accountable. And record for our little preview into the week where we talk about predictions, scores, what we think is coming up into the weekend, stuff like that. I think maybe that might be out like Friday, Saturday. We'll try to look for like Friday, Saturday on that upload. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. Sports are lit. Send prayers to Bears fans and
the Texans offense
and Texans second half watchers. But yeah, it's been another episode of Dope Bros, man. Keep up with all the support, follow, like, subscribe, share, comment. And
Lock
yeah,
in.
man, just keep locking in with the bros, man. We out.